Hello, welcome. Today we're going to talk about one of the lesser known yet absolutely fascinating cross cultural clashes in the modern business world. This is a merger between Lenovo and IBM's PC division. So picture this, it's a Chinese company that joins with an American giant. And sounds like it would be really successful, but it wasn't really the case. So in 2005, Lenovo is already a rising star in China. And they acquired IBM's PC division, which was hailed as a transformative global move. On paper, both companies had impressive track records. One of the biggest headaches was communication. American employees, coming from a culture that loved speaking up and debating, were used to meeting before the meeting and instant feedback. But the Chinese team steeped in a tradition of group harmony and respect of hierarchy. So when an American manager asked, "What do you think?" the silence that followed wasn't agreement or disinterest. It was careful, respectful consideration. Unfortunately, that silence was misinterpreted by a lack of ideas or even laziness. Then there's the whole hierarchy issue. In China, respect for the authority is almost sacred. Employees rarely speak out of turn to avoid embarrassing their superiors, a concept known as saving face. Meanwhile, Americans are more egalitarian. They expect to change ideas, even from those who are higher up than them. In this merger, a junior American's idea was seen as a bold contribution, while the same act from a Chinese employee would be viewed as stepping out of line. Here's another twist: meeting protocols. In the American way of doing things, it's common to hash out details in a pre-meeting chat to smooth the way. But the Chinese side expected every issue to be discussed openly in the main meeting. When the Americans came in all confident, already having pre-decided on matters, the Chinese felt left out, like decisions were being made in secret. This misalignment didn't cause confusion, it built up mistrust on both sides. And then there was a money issue. Lenovo was used to a compensation model that relied on lower base salaries with a big bonus for performance. IBM, on the other hand, was all about stability, a high fixed salary with smaller bonuses. When these two systems collided, employees on both sides felt left off balance. Chinese staff admired the big reward mentality, while the American team craved financial stability. It wasn't a numbers game, it was a clash of values. Now let's decode all of this through the lens of Hofstede's cultural dimensions. First is the power distance. Chinese culture expects a clear chain of command, while Americans prefer a flatter, more egalitarian approach. Americans are all about individual expression and speaking your mind, whereas Chinese culture emphasizes group harmony and collective decision making. Uncertainty avoidance means that Americans tend to dislike ambiguity and want quick decisions, while Chinese side, although structured, values more of a deliberate group progress. Long-term orientation. The Chinese team in this case was willing to invest time for a bigger future payoff, in contrast to the Americans, focusing on immediate results. Masculinity and indulgence. Both cultures are competitive, but as they express this in different ways, from an open debate to reserved respect. Over time, both sides had to learn hard lessons. Merging cultures is just as important as merging companies. Lenovo invested in cross-cultural training, encouraging Americans to be more patient and the Chinese to share their ideas more openly. Slowly but surely, a new blend of culture emerged. The Lenovo IBM case isn't just a story about business, it's a reminder that understanding cultural differences can make or break it in a global venture. In the end, the Lenovo IBM merger teaches us that every global collaboration requires more than just a strategic planning.